We are following that breaking news. That fast-moving canyon fire near Lake Piru is forcing families to evacuate as triple-digit heat fuels those flames.
Look at the cow there. Oh, you think of the wildlife, the animals. Right here, though, is a live look at that fire from Sky Fox as it's starting to get dark out there. You can see that ring of flames around that mountain range there and that smoke. This started this afternoon. It's been going all night. They have been fighting this from the air with a lot of air support and people there on the ground as well. But we are concerned about the evacuations too, Marla.
We are, and with that, we would like to officially welcome you to LA Live News tonight at 8 o'clock. I'm getting turned around. I forget what show it is.
We'll look at all the smoke there behind us too.
I'm Marla Tejas.
And I'm Christine Devine. Thanks for being here. We're talking about the canyon fire. It erupted this afternoon. It's near Lake Piru in Ventura County, but it did spread across more than 1.5 square miles to LA County as well.
And by late this afternoon, it was 0% contained and moving eastward.
So let's take a look at the canyon fire and a visual more of this map here, where it's burning, the location in relation to Los Angeles, Thousand Oaks, and Ventura. We do know at least one home has been destroyed.
More than 4,200 residents and 1,400 structures in LA County are under mandatory evacuation orders, with another 12,500 people advised to be ready to leave. On the ground, we have Fox 11's Matthew Seedorf. What are you seeing now?
Well, it's an intense situation for so many people. We're right at the edge of the evacuation line. You maybe can see the California Highway Patrol right behind me, and then that road just covered in a thick layer of black smoke behind it. Pretty ominous situation. Again, though, it's a pretty rural area, so we had to actually come down here to get some reception so that you can see us. But if you go ahead and take a look at this video, this is just within the last few hours. You can see firefighters have really been out there for most of the day in extreme heat. Temperatures around 100 degrees for the better part of the afternoon. We've seen cattle running, people on horseback trying to get out of Dodge. We also saw one structure on fire from Sky Fox late this evening. Evacuations underway in Valverde and Hazley Canyon. The fire, though, moving very quickly today, going from about 50 acres to over 1,000 in just a few hours. Tonight it's grown to more than 1,500 acres. That's according to CAL FIRE. We spoke with a homeowner watching this very closely as flames surround his home.
It's going well, it's gotten better. It's gotten better. It got really scary there for a while. Pretty much all these mountains was full on fire, but once these guys showed up, the fire department and all the aircraft showed up, and it really made a big difference.
So your property's burning right now, but so far the structures are okay.
Oh, it's burning right now, definitely. Oh, you see this? That's all my property right there, and it is burning. But so far the structures, the fire department has been wonderful.
So he's watching closely and feels safe for now. We're also seeing people showing up to this evacuation zone with horse trailers trying to get those animals out even at this hour tonight, as well as those helicopter drops and the drops from the plane, really putting out any spot fires that might pop up. I'll go ahead and send it back to you.
What's it like on the streets? Is it a mass evacuation? We know that it's pretty sparsely populated where those evacuation orders are in place for Ventura County.
Yeah, it is definitely that evacuation order is in place. You can feel the intensity as people are trying to get out. There's also, we've seen people trying to get to their homes, possibly for those animals, maybe even some kids. It definitely feels like an intense situation. Even here where we are in this parking lot, there's people that are just kind of watching up the hill, wondering kind of how things are going up there, because this is as close as they can get.
And Matthew, you've covered a lot of the wildfires here in Southern California, especially in January as well. We're not really concerned so much about the winds, which means they can fly the aerial support there. Is that still happening? Do you know at this hour?
Yeah, the aerial support is still going, still taking place, and the winds fortunately have calmed down this evening. I know just a couple hours ago it was whipping pretty good, especially when we went back into the canyon where we were pretty close to the actual fire itself. But again, right now it seems like conditions are calming down, which is good news going into the nightfall.
That's great news. We know that they had at last check 20 aerial assets up above. Okay, Matthew, we'll check in with you in a little bit. Let's take you upstairs now to Sky Fox, and you see the aftermath of that white smoke. On the line with us right now, and is that, look at that, off in the stadium off in the distance.
Yeah.
Is Andrew Dowd with the Ventura County Fire Department. Thank you so much for taking the time out. Where does the firefight stand right now as the sun has just set?
Well, thank you, Marla. Thank you, Christine. And Matthew did such a great job of providing good information about this fire. As he described this, we are seeing weather conditions that are lightening. Temperatures are cooling as the sun is going down. However, this is still a very aggressive and active firefight. We have over 250 firefighters coordinating both aviation, air drops from the air, water drops from the air with our ground resources to try to get a suppression of this fire.
So as we're looking at a map here, it's so interesting through the smoke there to see that stadium there, or that field there with the lights on. I don't see people from this distance, but you can see the flames at the top of your screen. So how concerned are you about neighborhoods, or is it more of the ranch-style homes that you're worried about right now?
Well, it's a great question. I mean, this area, we are talking about an area that is populated with numerous homes. We have in the evacuation order area over 4,000 residents and over 1,400 structures that are under evacuation order. And our concern is always for life, protection of life and property. So we want residents in these impacted areas to make sure that they're following our evacuation orders.
Okay, and speaking of, one of those locations is College of the Canyons has been established as an evacuation center.
So what I would encourage all residents that are in the impacted and affected areas to visit fire.lacounty.gov/emergency. At that website, they can find out information about the evacuation zones, evacuation centers, and other resources to help them be prepared. For residents in Ventura County, we do still have evacuation orders and warnings in place in Ventura County, although they are in more rural areas. Residents of Ventura County can visit vcemergency.gov for the latest Ventura County information.
Andrew, it's quite the picture we're showing here right now, live from Skyfox. A lot of smoke there. You see neighborhoods below with all of those lights. It's going to get dark soon. How do you envision the firefight during the dark? And I'm thinking for residents, too, if you are in any area of concern, you want to make your way down those streets that could be very dark when it's nightfall.
Great point. So we're very fortunate to have water-dropping helicopters that can operate at night. And those forces, those water-dropping helicopters, are in close coordination with our ground resources. So you've probably seen in various clips that you've shown where you have helicopters making precision drops. Those helicopters are in communication with our ground resources, coordinating those water drops. So as we move into nighttime, we are definitely going to continue to see our firefighters working both from the ground and from the air in a coordinated effort to stop hotspots as they grow up in the fire.
When we last talked to you at 6 o'clock live on the air on Fox 11, Andrew, it was just over 1,000 acres. It's now beyond 1,500 acres. Do you still consider this a fast-moving fire?
This is still a fast-moving fire, absolutely. We're talking about very dry brush in steep, rugged terrain with high temperatures, as you've mentioned, that our firefighters have been facing all day. So that combination of high temperatures, of dried brush, and steep topography is what drives these rapid fire growth. We are seeing lighter winds. We are probably expecting some cooler temperatures in the evening. However, that is really what has been driving this. We don't have a current mapping of the fire beyond the last mapping, which is 1,051 acres. Obviously, it's grown since then. So it is a dynamic and evolving situation that we're working very hard to suppress.
All right, Andrew Dowd with the Ventura County Fire Department, we thank you for that wealth of information as we're just a little bit after 8 o'clock here watching that canyon fire burning near Lake Piru. Thank you so much.
All right, let's check in with our meteorologist, Star Harvey, now. Let's talk about the winds. The wind speeds, very important to the firefight there.
Yeah, that's going to be right. We did have our sunset at 7:48 this evening. So if you didn't see that live view there, this is a display of our visible satellite. Now, it's not showing up as much here because, again, as it gets darker, our satellites don't really pick up that imagery. We can see a little bit of that plume pushing off north of the Santa Clarita area near Lake Piru and moving across the 5 freeway. All that smoke continuing to push off towards the Antelope Valley area. As far as as our winds go, as we do push closer into this evening, we are expecting that our temperatures are going to drop, but also our winds moving across the Santa Clarita area at the 9 o'clock hour, coming down to those single digits. And this is going to be the case for the surrounding area. We are expecting our winds to stay below that 10-mile-per-hour threshold. This is not going to be just the case for tonight. This is going to be the case pushing into our overnight hours and tomorrow morning as well. So hopefully this does give our firefighters and our responders out there the upper hand to get a hold of this. As we do push towards tomorrow afternoon, we are expecting our winds to pick right back up, anywhere from about 15 to 20 miles per hour in that surrounding area. So temperatures, again, dropping off tonight. We should see them in the 70 to 80 degree mark over the next few hours or so. But as we do push into tomorrow, we are expecting those temperatures to go right back up on this heat wave. We are also seeing some impacts from our air quality, not just through tomorrow, but also into portions of our weekend. We'll be back to talk a little bit more about this, but also additional weather alerts that we do have in place because of the heat. Back to you.
All right, Star, thank you.